What's up everyone, Bradley Jack Design here, and I wanted to make a video to showcase and show you how to use my 3D One Touch templates. So these are available on my website. They're also available on Creative Market if you wanted to purchase them there. But I'm going to show you how easy these are to use, how you can input your own designs into them, and how to use them overall and just in general. So we're going to start off with the biggest one. This is a 3D video. It's a frame animation in Photoshop. So all I did was I opened this up here. I can show you how it works if I go to Window, Timeline. So essentially what it is it's a 150 frame animation. So from 1 to 0. So it's a frame animation. Let me close the group. Here's all you need to know. So in our layers here, we have back of the card, front of the card, and the background. These are all fully editable. So you can place in a front of the card, a back of the card, and change the background to whatever you wish. So let's do that. So I'm going to double click front. So this is a 2000 by 2800 file. Now you can use this as a reference to create your document from, but you should be able to scale up your file and it should be fine, just because it's going to be downscaled anyway. So let's toss a design. Here's a Devontae Adams design I made of a card. So all I'm going to do is drop it in there and hit save. And this is a large file and it's rendering out 150 individual frames. So this might take a little bit to convert the colors and actually input the smart object into the previous file. So just give it a sec. I'm doing this on my MacBook Pro. I go back. Oh, that's the wrong file. So I've got a bunch of these open. So here the front has now changed. So let's change the back. So I'm going to use this other Brian Urlacher graphic. I'll just scale it up so it fits. And these are at a 2.5 by 3.5 ratio, which is what a sports card is going to be at with a ratio. So we'll save that. Just for reference, so like I'm using a MacBook Pro with a 2.6 6-core i7 and 32 gigs of RAM. So if your computer's better, it might be faster. If it's older, it might be slower. So I save that so we can go back to our original design. So here's our design. So it has changed here and it has changed here. So I'm going to change the background too to something else. I don't know. Maybe I want this to just be, just like a dark green color. And then we'll just give it a vignette. So I'll just go to Camera Raw real quick. Pull up Camera Raw. Go to Effects and just give it a vignette like that. And just save. Just to show you that you can change it. Now, if you want it to maybe ease up on the intensity of the file, you can rasterize these layers. So like this is a smart object. I could probably rasterize this if I wanted to, just to save down on file size. So here's our file here. So we've changed the three things. So all I'm going to do right now, just to see if this works, to verify this works, but this should work, is go to Export under File and just hit Render Video. And these are the settings I'm using. So you can name it whatever you want. 2000 by 2000, H.264 Adobe Media Encoder. I'm just going to hit Render. I already have one exist, so let's name this Adams Urlacher Card.mp4. Render. So then what it's going to do is it's going to render a 5-second frame animation based on, I believe, 30 frames per second. We might have changed it and there's something else. But it'll render that out to wherever you saved it. And it'll export that video. So once that pulls up, I will wait and then we'll open it, play the video, and it should be an animation. Let me drag this over so you guys can see it. So if I hit play, it's the card, and it turns and spins like that. So fun way to showcase a card that you might have designed, better than just having it, on a piece of paper or, sitting somewhere. You can have it spin like that. So that's cool. So that's how you can edit any of the videos or the video file. All the other ones are the same as that. Easy peasy. Double click front design, drag it in, save, let it render out, go back. here's our design now in this One Touch that we have here. You can edit the background if you want. So if I just draw like a big white line, or if I just, do that and hit save and go back, it has now changed in the background. Now, if you wanted to move this to a different file, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. I think you can just copy this folder that says do not touch. I'm going to copy that folder. I'm going to make a new file, and I'm going to make it, I don't know. Let's say you have a design open. This is a design. Actually, let's make it 2500. Let's say you have something made already for your team or something, or a template. Here's a background, I don't know. You can paste that in there, and then you can move it around wherever you wish, and it should be transparent on whatever you have. So if you did want to move it, you can do that. You can see if I make this darker, you can see through it. If I have text, space, text. You can see through it, so it's fully transparent in the spot that's supposed to be transparent in, so you can see through it. So you can paste it. You just need to move this whole folder that says do not touch. I have it based on that so you don't mess anything up in the original file, but you can copy and move it over to something else if you wanted to. So that's one of the single ones. Here's one with two designs, so we can move our Adams design, save, go back, it has changed. We can go to the other design, drop a different design in, save, go back. So here are two designs we have, and again, you can change the background and it will edit automatically. Now, the reason I say I don't want you to move these files, is that I do have the background having an effect on the One Touches. So I can turn that off. So you can see how this is a lot darker and like black. That's based on the original background. I do have a little bit of a screen on top of the layers. So that's why I wouldn't recommend moving it, but you can. But let's keep replacing stuff. So let's just change this top card. Let's make it this design. Save. Go back. Quit out of some of these we don't need open. So we're here, and actually on this specific design, if you had a back design, you could probably put it in here, but I do have a little bit of a mirroring effect on here for whatever this top design is. So we'll just pretend that it's the same design on the front and back. Now some of these work better if you have a front and back design, but here you go. So it just sort of shows on that, so it's a little bit more realistic than just having like black. Bottom design, toss this OB design, place the file before saving, go back, and then here we go. We've got our three cards here on there. So these are very easy to edit, very easy to change. Here's the right card. Let's toss in OB again, save, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back to where we were. So this will automatically, sort of fuzz it in the background, blur it a little bit with some noise, so it looks like it's behind it automatically. Let's change the left card to this Brian Urlacher design. Save. Go back to our design, which is right here. We got that, so you can see it's a little fuzzy faded through. And then our front design, we can put that Davante Adams graphic back up. Save. Go back. And it changes it automatically. It's got all of the effects on top of it that you would want. So that is how you can use these templates, mockups. You can copy this, and put it somewhere else if you wanted to. So let's say we had a 16 by 9, something or other for Twitter. You can put it in here. I can get rid of this, pull this up. But then again, I would recommend changing whatever this background file is to whatever you have up. So if I make this white and save it and go back, it's white now instead of having a blue overcast like this. So it's got a blue overcast on it. You can change the background file. So I would copy that along with it and change it. But then you can move it and you can put it in your own designs or styles that you want. But that is how you can use these templates. Again, I try to make these as easy to use as possible, so you guys don't need to fiddle around with anything, but you do have cool, dynamic looking ways to showcase your card designs that aren't just a plain flat one touch. There is a flat one touch if you want to do that, or using any of the other templates that I made. So if you guys want these, they're available on my website. I'll put a link in the video below in the description to my website and to Creative Market if you've got some funds on there. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you understand how you can use these, and I hope you guys become a customer or already am. So you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time.